social media. Okay, what are those mistakes do we make in social media? What are those mistakes do we make in social media? Please join us on this platform. What are those mistakes do we make on social media? Please share your comments. What are those mistakes do we make in social media? Very, very important discussion that we want to have today. And just want to encourage you to grab your pen so that you can run together with us, so that we can be able to learn together. Okay, what are those mistakes do we make in social media? Those what we call awkward mistakes. Okay, what are those awkward mistakes? Please join us and tell us what are those mistakes. We would really appreciate your feedback, whether you're in Instagram or you are on Facebook. Please let us know. Whether you are on YouTube, please let us know those mistakes, and we shall really appreciate your comment. Okay, please let us know what are those mistakes, and we shall really appreciate those those mistakes if you let us know. Okay, we really appreciate if you let us know. We shall really appreciate if you let us know those mistakes, and we shall be happy to know. So why don't you allow us to begin today's discussion, and please let us begin today's discussion. And there we go. What are those awkward mistakes do we commit? This is market believers. And one of the biggest mistake, the mistake number one, of course, is posting is laziness. Laziness simply means when you keep on posting the same comment over all the platform. You take, maybe you grab maybe a video, you post it over Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Basically the same kind of content. If you take a post, you post it all over. You begin with WhatsApp, then all your social platform, maybe one or two, that is understandable. But when it is all your platform, then that is very bad. What you are saying is that, please, when you need to post, think about the platform, and ask yourself what is more ideal in this platform. A poster would be ideal a poster would be very ideal in Instagram, or maybe a Facebook page, maybe. And remember, for YouTube, a long descriptive video would be good. But maybe on Facebook, you would choose to do a reel, just a small video. The same with Instagram. So you see, so don't encourage yourself to be lazy. Please make sure that what you are posting, you post different contents, at least edited to fit whatever is the platform. So that is mistake number one. Okay. Mistake number two is this being in every social media. There are some people, and you all make these mistakes, where you are in every social media. You are on Facebook, you are in TikTok, you are on Instagram, you are on YouTube, you are on Telegram, you are on WhatsApp. I mean, you are literally everywhere. One of the biggest mistake, and some of us have made this mistake, is to be able to understand that you should only be on those platforms, on those social platforms that actually is within your target audience. So if you're talking about elite people, then you can choose to go to Twitter. If you are thinking about young people, then you can think about Instagram, and TikTok. If you're talking about middle, the middle ages, anybody between 35, between 30 all the way to 45, 50, then you can think about YouTube. You can think about, yes, YouTube and Facebook. So it all depends with who is your target audience, who is your target market, and create a channel and post a channel, your content to that audience, because already you've been able to identify who is your target audience. Very important. We are saying put your eggs in one basket. Put your eggs in one basket and watch it grow. Interesting. And we are saying specialize so that you don't spread yourself so thin. Remember, there is power of focus, there is power of concentration. When you think that my audience is in the young people, the teens, then you can specialize in TikTok. Of late, I don't specialize in TikTok because my huge audience are not there. My biggest audience actually is on Facebook and YouTube. That's where and a few of them on Instagram. That's why we these days we live stream either on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The moment that we think of changing our audience and think about teams, then we might maybe think of holding a live event on TikTok, because that's where our people are, that's where our target audience are. So when your presence on social media should be dictated not on the availability of the social media, but rather it should be dictated on who is your target audience. Remember, that is very important. Number three, mistake number three, that awkward mistake that people make on social media, then it's ignoring the comments. Please, when people pass comments, when people take time to write, to ask a question, to make a comment, please make sure you do three things. Number one, acknowledge those comments. People would feel great when you comment, when you acknowledge, appreciate, and really thank them for making the comments. Because failure to do that actually breaks engagement level. They feel ignored, they feel rejected, they feel unwanted, they feel like we are not needed here. And actually it speaks volume to you of your business, that once if should they engage to buy anything from you, then you're not going to take a serious, you're not going to give them attention. When they have a problem, when they need you to respond to them, simply because you did not respond on their tweet, on their comment, on their question, then that simply means that they feel ignored, and that means those are potential customers walking away from you. So it is very important for you take time to read through the comment and actually respond to them. And we are saying do it immediately, and do it professionally. Okay. Mistake number 4 that we make is ignoring negative feedback. Customers or your audience, all your viewers will be able to complain. They will rant, they will complain about that. Some will be abusive, they will insult, and they will throw negative feedback to you. And so one of the things we are telling you is that expect negative feedback. Expect negative feedback. And when it comes, we are saying 3 things. We are saying politely, immediately, and wisely respond to those comments. Politely, if customers are rude, don't be abusive, don't be rude to them. We are saying immediately, so that they see that you really care about what they are going through or what is it that they have raised. We are saying wisely, because if it is abusive, you do not need to respond with an abuse, to revenge back with an abuse. And what are we saying? If whatever it is that they have raised is a mistake, Maybe one of the comments that I hear always is that your volume is too low. If I get such a feedback, one of the things that I will do is that I will try to project my voice, or I'll try to look for something that will amplify my audio. Or maybe, for example, they say the product that you sold to me is useless, is impractical. You are a fake. Assume they say that. They say your product is useless and they use hard language. One of the things that you're supposed to do is to apologize. Say, I am very sorry for that bad experience from our product or from our services. We are looking at it and we promise to get back to you within a week or within an hour, or we shall give you a call so that we can be able to understand. And remember to tell them, thank you very much for your feedback. And why? And because when you fail to respond to their comments, they simply walk away. They don't trust you. They don't believe in you. Your credibility goes down. Awkward mistake number 5 is irrelevant content. For Christ's sake, please do not post comments that are useless, comments that are a bit, way off, that are unprofessional, dirty jokes, posting your own photos when you are half naked, that is a no-go zone. Do not post anything like you are ranting. When you are angry, you post your angry comment there, please. It is not important. And what are we saying? The post stuff that is number one, that informs your audience of something that is coming up, something that is important, is post something that is inspiring, something that is encouraging. Post something that warns people against a certain behavior, like you can do a post on to young people and warning them against LGBTQ. You can even post a content warning people against going to maandamano and throwing stones. You can even post something to the pastors, asking them to preach nothing but the truth, something that warns people against negative behavior. And then number 4, please post something that will teach people how to do something. It can be very enjoyable on YouTube when you teach people how to brush their shoes, or even how to clean their shirts, or even how to iron. Or think about if as a speaker, when you teach people how to make a moving speech, a forgetful, memorable speech. Think about if you teach people how to believe in themselves, how to overcome a certain challenge, how to improve their creativity, their critical thinking. Post things that are helpful. Remember, you do not want to post things that will give you an image of I don't care, of a porn artist. You want to post things that will cut the image of somebody who cares, somebody who is professional, somebody who actually loves and is willing to help people. So don't post anything that is irrelevant, something that is offensive. Mistake number 6 is ignoring negative feedback. And we've already said it, that please politely and immediately and wisely respond to a negative comment. And then finally, and not the least, mistake number 7 is do not ignore your competitors. Get to learn that which they are doing. Learn 2 things: learn their shortcomings, get to learn their strengths. When you know when you learn their strengths, please copy and improve, maximize on their strengths. But when you notice their shortcomings, we are saying please avoid their shortcomings. Minimize, take it as a stopgap, take immediate stopgap measure, so that you do not fall into the same kind of a scenario. Remember, this is a very competitive environment, and you always need to stay ahead of your competitors. So don't assume. Go over the fence. See what is it that they are doing. Take what they are doing right and actually improve it. Make sure that you do it better than them. And then for the mistakes that they are doing, ensure that you avoid them. I want to believe that yes, mistake number 7 here, it comes, it's failure to engage. We are saying generate content and ask for feedback. Keep telling them. Facebook friends, YouTube friends, Instagram people, please, what are the biggest mistakes, awkward mistakes do you have? Please join us. SMS, be specific on what is it that you want them to do. Like on Facebook, I would always say, please share, please comment, let me get your feedback on this. Make it easy for them to engage. In other words, tell them on down there on this Facebook broadcast, please write your comment or like and even send emojis of laugh, so that we can keep this conversation going. Make sure that you really appreciate. If you are on Facebook, term them, call them Facebook friends. Watu wa Facebook ni aje? Changamkeni. Ni aje wazea wa Instagram? Ni aje mmenyamaza hivyo? Changamkeni. Call for that feedback so that it becomes more engaging. And as we said, once they respond, once they send those comments, make sure that you acknowledge them and make sure that you respond to them. Well, thank you very much for taking time to watch. We really appreciate you. And we just want to see whether there are comments that you've made on this Facebook, and we just want to acknowledge those comments that you've been able to see. Let's go there. Okay, we want to believe that you're going to give us your feedback in the near future. My name is John Kimani, and until next time, such a time as this, remember what you always say here. We always say inawezekana. Thank you very much.